It's Dads, Lads and Kebabs.
Good morning.
Welcome. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Welcome, guys, to episode 2 of Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Hope everybody is well. My name is Mickey, and we have my good friend Niall with us on the live today.
Do you know what? I realised that we didn't introduce ourselves on our first podcast yesterday, which is not very helpful at all, because how are people going to get to know us if we don't introduce ourselves?
Exactly. And can I just say, Niall, your top looks like a dirty kebab. I like that. Nice colouring.
It is. Our summer has gone, so the hoodies are back out. So
I know,
yeah.
It's just started raining. Where's all the sunshine? But
Exactly.
I don't mind. I know.
Exactly. So, did you drag your fat ass to the gym this morning?
I did. I left work at 7:15 in the gym. What I've realised, there's certain time frames when you need to be in the gym. Like, I got there at 7:30. It was really busy. They were still doing classes. So a lot of the equipment was being used. And then 8 o'clock, there was like 4 people in there. And when I left at 8:45, there was hardly anyone in there. So it's all about structure in your gym, because I ain't waiting around for equipment. It just demotivates you a bit, doesn't it? You want to keep going, pumping equipment to equipment, and then you got to wait around. Or I want to use that, but you sort of lose.
See, I quite like it when it's busy. I like
lose the rhythm, do you?
Because when it's busy,
yeah,
I like to sort of muscle my way in and just sort of say, I'm using this. I'm using this.
Back up, bitch.
Exactly. And plus, you have to wipe everything down anyway. So
you
take your time. You take your time with that. But I mean, there's always a treadmill. There's always a treadmill free. So I'm happy with that. You know, I get a good, like I said, a good 45 minutes on the treadmill anyway every day. Yeah. So that's good. Just trying to get my fat ass out there again and, you know, lose a few lbs.
You going gym today?
I am. I'm going to go tonight. I'm going to drag it out tonight, go a little bit later. Have a light lunch, maybe.
Right. When you go gym, do you get, like, certain times in the evening, people have finished, like, school if it was on, work, do you get the groups, the lads in your gym that puff themselves up, taking the selfies, trying to outdo each other? Do you get that in your gym?
Do you mean me?
Yeah, obviously.
No.
Yeah.
I think you do. I think this reverts back to the gym dickheads. I think you do get those. I think every gym you go to, there's always going to be that person that takes a photo 100%, or that person that accidentally takes their top off and stands there in the mirror.
Oh, I've never seen someone take their top off. Not in our gym. You see it online. Wow.
I think everybody goes to the gym for different reasons. You know, I always say this. We all go to the gym because we're a little bit fucked in the head and we're all insecure about something. All right? Yeah. But I think each to their own. If you're going to do that, that's fine. All right? But don't walk around the gym, you know, with your pigeon chest pumped out, trying to, you know, impress everybody that walks by, because nobody is there for that. Actually, that's one thing I've never got, is people that try to, you know, pick up chicks in a gym. I don't know how that works. You're at your sweatiest. You're, you know, you look a mess. I know I do. When I'm in a gym, I don't look. You don't look good. So. No, I don't even look good when I try and look good.
I can see the logic. Women working out, stretching, wearing possibly tight clothing. Now, I'm not being a perv. This is just a natural fact. Women sweating. Some men find that attractive, like a sweaty woman in small clothing. I can see the sort of attraction, but, you know, like you say,
what you do when you go to the gym. We know.
Yeah, I don't work out.
I know guys like you.
No, I do work out as well sometimes.
Yeah. That's fine. You keep telling yourself that. But no, I think. Look, I don't think the gym is a place to pick up chicks.
No, I don't think so. No.
But then it's the 21st century. Who am I to judge about how you pick up how anybody picks up women or women pick up men. I mean,
that might be the new Tinder.
Do you know what I mean? The
Tinder.
meeting place.
There you go. A new app.
Right.
Put your gym in.
Let's put that through. That's us. Exactly.
Gym Tinder.
The gym Tinder.
You heard it here first, people. Don't nick our idea.
If you didn't get enough workout, come back to mine.
Wow, it's just so sexist, man.
Do you think that's how? No, because women do it too.
Yeah.
But then, so. Would you go to the gym with somebody else? I'm always a lone gymmer. I like to go to the gym on my own, do my own thing. But some people like to go in groups. Would you put yourself in the position of going in a group of people to the gym?
I've always wanted to go gym with somebody, have a gym buddy. Because sometimes you go there and you don't really want to go. And they end up being the best sessions you do, is when you get there and you don't feel it and you're like, oh. And then you get going and then you smash it. But yeah, I would like a gym partner. But I'm waiting for my son, who's 14, and when he gets 16, he can come with me because he's into weights and fitness and everything. So he's buzzing. We do weights in the garden on the old bench and that. So he loves it.
I've seen your little home setup. It's pretty impressive. Pretty good setup. So,
yeah.
But no, I've never been, obviously things like other types of training that I've done, like boxing or MMA, where it's in groups. Anyway, I don't mind that. That's, it's nice to be in a group for that. But I like to be in my own sort of zone. I arrive when I arrive and I leave when I want to leave. Normally when, I'm about 5 minutes from a heart attack is by the time
I'm going now, yeah.
But yeah, it's, yeah. But yeah, no. So, I mean, I love the gym. I don't know who doesn't. If you do, if dads do, do you think every dad feels that he should go to the gym or he should work out?
I think the society now, it puts that sort of pressure on you to look after yourself. I think definitely since we've had lockdown and we couldn't do anything for such a long time, I think it's important for people. And I think society, like I say, it sort of expects you to do that now.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
just to improve yourself.
There's always the guidelines, isn't there? There's always the, look after yourself, eat right, take the right vitamins, and then sleep as well. I mean, I don't know about you, but sleep for me is I struggle to get a lot of sleep in. I like to stay late up at night and I'm up early in the morning. I don't get a lot of sleep. But when I do go to sleep, I struggle to sleep purely because, for one, the heat. I hate the heat when I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to have it cold.
I just feel that I don't need a lot of sleep. Although I am guilty of power napping. So
yeah, we discussed that in the last episode, didn't we? You love your naps, Niall. Got to love a good nap. Yeah, it's important. Probably does you a world of good as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking like 20-minute power nap, and then I'm up, and I usually do it before the gym, so at least a couple of hours before, and then I'm ready to go. Then I've got a second wave of energy. Well, obviously I've had a nap. What's your sleep pattern like? Do you struggle to sleep, or you a good sleeper?
To be honest, I sleep with headphones in, earphones, and I listen to podcasts because the talking sends me to sleep. So I don't have, I'd say 98% of the time I have a good sleep. I go to bed, plug my earphones in, put podcast on, and that's it. I'm gone. I sometimes wake up at like 4 a.m. and think, who's that talking? And then I remember, oh yeah. And then I just back off asleep again. So my sleep pattern is pretty good. I haven't slept for maybe at least a year without listening to something when I go to bed.
No, 100%. I'm that person too. Although my missus hates me because I am a pillow fluffer. I like to move the pillows around. I have one pillow behind me, one at the side. I put my phone under the pillow. But my problem is I can't listen to podcasts. I listen to old school sitcoms. I'm talking like Only Fools and Horses, or I'm talking like Open All Hours. I listen to really good really good sitcoms, and that sends me off to sleep. I don't know why, but it's always been the same.
Can you listen to them?
But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just play through. I play through Netflix on my phone.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah.
My phone's cooking under my pillow. It's under there cooking. Usually I wake up like you. It's still blaring out, but my phone's nearly on fire, which is dangerous. I don't recommend it.
Do you have earphones in? Because surely
no,
not your missus can't put up with that.
No, she's normally asleep. She's asleep when I get upstairs. No fucking
way. I would kick your ass, man. Not that I'd be in bed with you. If I was, I'd fucking kick your ass out of that fucking bedroom. Put some fucking earphones in.
That one time.
Yeah, that one time.
It was cold that night. But yeah, no. So I like to listen to stuff. I'm a fussy sleeper. I move. I wriggle. I get up. I go downstairs. I sleepwalk too.
I used to sleepwalk. Can I tell you a funny story about sleepwalking? This is going to make you laugh, man. I used to be in the Cubs, like Scouts, Cubs, all that shizzle when you're a little kid. I worked my way up from Beavers, Cubs, and then I joined the Scouts. And we had a camp, like a camp weekend where everybody got together. And we were sleeping.
Gonna end game.
There's no Brokeback Mountain, mate. Don't worry. And it's worse. We were sleeping over the weekend, and we were in tents. I must have been 10, something like that. And then I woke up in the middle of the night. Or I didn't wake up. I was sleepwalking. And I woke up a bit later on. And I was in a field.
With a dick in
no, I was 10. What are you on about? Not that that's any age, but yeah. And I went back to bed, and I couldn't find my sleeping bag. And I was climbing on top of other kids. It was just like a big, massive tent. We were all in there. And then I ended up having a piss on someone.
So tell me, how do you go from sleepwalking into a tent, falling over somebody, to whipping your dick out and pissing on someone at the age of 10, by the way?
I peed on someone. And in the end, they had to call my mum and dad to come and get me. Yeah.
Because you go and shower somebody.
Yeah, basically. I was sort of like half awake and just went to the toilet on someone. And then they... Did
you ever go back after that? Did you quit there and then on the spot?
I went back the next day when it was morning. I just couldn't sleep there because obviously at the time I was sleepwalking a lot. And fuck knows where I was going to end up. It could be on the A48 or something, But so that's a nice Cub story for you.
See, do you know what my sleepwalking? I clean in my sleep.
How? How is that possible?
I personally don't believe these stories. My missus tells me that I'll get up, go downstairs, and start to tidy up, go back up to bed, fall asleep, forget all about it. Never even happened. But what I will do is I've noticed is that I get up, go downstairs, open the fridge, grab a can of Pepsi out of the fridge, Pepsi Max, of course, not normal Pepsi. We don't drink that shit.
No sugar.
Open it, pour it into a glass, and go back up to bed. And just leave it there on the side. For no reason whatsoever, I do that. My missus tells me all the time, this is the shit that I do. I'll get up and sit at the edge of the bed and just sit there and then lie back down and go back to sleep. It's some paranormal shit, I'm telling you. I'm 100% possessed.
That sounds
by a cleaner and somebody that likes Pepsi Max.
Yeah, it sounds like one of these weird life habits, Niall. Do you know what? I have an issue. This may be a control thing. I need to be the last one to go up to bed. If I leave my kids downstairs, I think, are the doors locked? Is the TV on too loud? What time are they going to go to bed? Are they going to turn the telly off? I can't fucking sleep. I just sit there getting angry while I'm in bed. Is that weird? I can't.
No. See, that's normal. That's normal.
Yeah,
I think I'm the last one up in my house. I mean, obviously, my daughter's 3, and she's not going to be the last one up. My missus is way gone to bed. Usually, we watch something, by about 10 o'clock, she's going up. So I'm downstairs. But before I go to bed, I have to do 3 things. I have to tidy up, load the dishwasher and all that. I then, have to check the back door, take the key out, put the key in its special place, go to the front door, check the latch is on, and then go back to the back door to make sure I locked it the first time, right? And then I go up to bed. And then, but the amount of times I do that routine every night, get back up, get into bed, lay down, get comfy, and in my head I'll go, oh shit, I didn't check the kitchen window. So I'll lay there to the point where I'm angry and I'm like, just fucking get up. Just get up, go and check it out, get downstairs. It's always locked. It's always locked.
I get that.
Let me ask you something.
Right, okay.
Right. Do you still run upstairs if you're the last one down in the back?
No, I've never run upstairs. No.
Fuck you, motherfucker. Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Now, my stairs are well noisy.
If I'm the last one downstairs and all the lights are off, I am running up them stairs.
No.
These are the things that you don't do. You don't dangle your leg off the edge of the bed, and you run up the stairs and you're the last. Or you run up the stairs.
Yeah, I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Because you ain't normal.
I know I'm not. As you guys will find out as the weeks go on, how sane me and Niall actually are, which is probably not that much at all.
We've had a few good times. We've worked together for a lot of years, and in that time,
yeah,
we definitely got up to some shit. we've had some good nights. Not letting the stories out too much because you never know. But we've had some funny times. Definitely
we have
some funny times, and a lot of pizza.
A lot of pizza and horror films, man.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah. I don't think I watch. This is going to sound, not normal. I don't think I watch as many horror films as I did when we hung out and went through our phase of watching horror movies and eating pizza. I can't watch them on my own anymore. I'm too old for that shit now.
He gets scared.
Oh, too easy.
Yeah, I wish I watched more horror films. My kids love them. My kids have been watching them from when they were little. They're like, oh, let's watch a horror film. And my missus used to watch them, but for some reason she hates them now. So a lot of the time when I watch a film, I can't watch them now because she don't like that.
No, my missus won't watch anything scary. And even if we watch a drama that has a little bit of a edgy storyline, she'll then want to watch something light before she goes to bed.
Yeah.
No horror movies in our house. No, they don't get shown. It is. Because I want to watch them. But I know that I'm too scared to watch them on my own. But I won't tell my missus that. But
I'm a man. Huh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly that. So, what I was going to ask you about, right?
Yeah.
Is reverting back to the past year, obviously lockdown.
Yeah.
Obviously, you was working a lot, but how do you think, family, all your family, how was it for you not seeing family and, not being around family? Because, I'm really family orientated. I see a lot of my family all the time, my missus' family, we all spend a lot of time together. So I enjoy that because it's nice to see family and friends. How did you get on with that, with the past year of not seeing people?
I think at the beginning it was very hard. Obviously, when lockdown hit, everybody was scared. They didn't know what was going to happen. Are we going to die? I actually thought at one stage I was thinking, oh my God, if I get COVID, I might die. I'm not ready to die. And I was fucking scared. Only for a few minutes, but I'm thinking, shut up, Michael, you can't fucking die. Like 0.02% of people die from it. And I'm pretty healthy.
You got bills to pay.
I got bills to pay, yeah. Although I was fat then, so probably I might have died. But Yeah, definitely when lockdown hit and we were told we couldn't go out, we couldn't see people, only essential shopping. Obviously, myself and my ex-wife are separated. That's why she's my ex. And we have children. We have two boys. And they spend 1 week with me, 1 week with her. So Monday to Monday, and then we swap. And she sent me a message saying, "Oh, I don't think that it's good that boys come to you because we're not supposed to." I thought, okay, I work in care. I've got very vulnerable people. At the time, we didn't know what was going to happen. Like, what happens
Right.
if you get COVID? Are you going to die? Obviously, we know a lot more now. But at the time, it was very up in the air, and we discussed it. And I thought, okay, boys can stay with you because they were with her at the time when lockdown hit. So I used to video call them. That was quite interesting. Boys just sit there playing on a PlayStation and Xbox and right, Daddy.
Which is normal. Which is normal.
Yeah. I will say I did miss them, and it was quite difficult. Going to see my mum and dad, which is really the only family apart from my boys that I see. And just seeing them in their front garden, they'd be at the front door and I'd be at the end of the gate.
Weird, right?
Going on like walks and that, walking the dog and just knocking the door and then having a chat for like 2 hours on the doorstep. It was very strange, and not being able to hug them, I think it was pretty difficult.
I think a lot of people went, obviously, I think everybody went through that at some stage.
Yeah.
You know, and I think when children, I think they were affected a lot through the past year. You know, out of school, being at home, not doing very much. There's not really a lot of constructive going on. And then obviously if there is a separated home, you know, who do you stay with? Do you stay with mum and dad? And then, but I mean, it was a long time. I think, like you said, 4 months without seeing your kids is
3 or 4 months, yeah, something like that.
That must do something
come back.
to you. Like, you know, especially mentally, without, that physical contact of seeing them, having dinner with them, picking them up, and then when you go back to normal contact, you're like, yeah, I've had them 5 minutes now. I'll do another 4 months. But it must be really difficult. And I suppose, but then, you got to think about single parent households, that how they struggled. And I mean, I was fortunate enough that obviously I wasn't furloughed. I got to work from home, myself and my partner, we both worked from home, but we had our daughter at the same time. Obviously childcare was closed. So we just took turns of, entertaining as well as trying to work. Now, I'll hold my hands up. My missus definitely did a lot more of the activities. There's only so many times you can bake cakes, and most of the time it was, the weather wasn't that great. Although last summer we had a really hot summer, so it was nice to get outside. And
I'd say the first 4 months of lockdown, there was no cloud in the sky, was there? It was like Mother Nature taking the world back. It was such amazing weather from March. Awesome.
That was it. And people, as soon as they give us the problem was when they give us an inch back, people would take a mile. Like everybody was flocking to the seaside, and then it was like, well, we're going to lock it down again. And then there were certain things that I wasn't that bothered about. Like, for me, going to the pub was never an issue for me. I wasn't that bothered. I haven't been to a pub, so there was no effect of that. I mean, going out for food, I kind of missed that, but then I had enough takeaways anyway. That was enough.
Exactly. You can eat at home. You can drink at home. Why do you need the pub? Why is everyone so worried about the pub? Or it's not like you haven't had a drink for a year. Yeah, you can buy it at your shop.
See, all those people as well that were building their own pubs in the back garden. I like that idea.
I think that's fucking quality.
I haven't got a need for a bar because I don't drink, but I think, I think the activity of building, I mean, I've seen some of them and some of them look really good.
Yeah. They're family and friends around, don't they?
Exactly. These are people's lockdown activities. Did you have a lockdown activity that you did?
Yeah, I think every other weekend when I was off work, we would order takeaway or walk the dog and have takeaway, and then watch films from about 4 o'clock onwards on the Saturday. That was like a routine because obviously my boys weren't here. It was just my wife and daughter here, so that was sort of our set thing for a few months. Cost a lot of money, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Make the most of it.
100%. Spent more money at home than I would have out of the house.
Yeah. Well, it's
100%.
Watch out, girls. The jumper's coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dad body's out.
The dad bod. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I'm so glad we're at the end of it now. It's nice to be at the end of it. It's nice to see a light at the end of the tunnel where hopefully we can all have a normal life again, whatever normal is. We call it the new normal, don't we? The new normal.
2 weeks on Monday, but is it going to happen? That's the thing.
The news is. I'm pretty skeptical. The news is not looking good. You know, but I think we've just got to wait and see. I mean, I don't think anybody's going on holiday anytime soon.
I'm going November, so I had to cancel it.
Where were you going?
I'm going to New York. So.
Oh, sweet. So
travel for me is important. That's why I had my vaccines, to be fair. Otherwise, I wasn't bothered by it. But
to fly out to Florida on the 17th of March last year, so 3 days before the actual lockdown.
I remember talking to you in Costa about that, and you told me you had to start. You got sent home from work, and you had to work from home with your laptop. You had your laptop with you. We had a flat white, and you said, "Oh, we think my holiday is cancelled," and then obviously it was. Yeah, I remember.
So now we've booked it for March, April next year. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to that. That's my first trip to the States.
Oh, is
so I'm very much looking forward to that. I want to experience it all. Oh, why New York? Why New York?
I am going on an 8-day paranormal road trip.
Oh, so without the wife?
Without the wife, just me and my mate from London. Yep. We are off. We are going to some amazing places. We are going to the real Conjuring house. Already booked. I'm staying there for 15 hours. Yeah.
Where is that house? Where is that house?
I don't know. We're flying to JFK in New York, so it's around that sort of area. We've already booked like a big camper thing. So we're gonna stay in a hotel the first night, and then we're just gonna be sleeping on the road. Yeah. So we're going place to place, location to location. You're gonna
hobo it.
Yeah, we're gonna hobo it. We are going to Salem. We're going to Sleepy Hollow. We're going to the Blair Witch Woods. We're going to Eastern State Penitentiary. Oh yes, it's gonna be awesome.
So the Conjuring house is in Harrisville, Rhode Island.
Yeah, New York.
Right, and that. Some people want to go Disneyland. Some people want to go, Eiffel Tower. You want to go to this shithole with some dodgy-looking wooden shack.
Yeah, with some demons in it. Yeah.
Well,
that's good.
Listen,
good, isn't it?
That's your business, and we all know you're a part of that world, and I'll leave that to you. I'm good enough watching the films. Watching the films is fine for me.
Yeah.
But. No, that would be good. That would be good. So what, 8 days? 8 days you're going for?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going Wednesday to Wednesday. Yeah. So
Nice. Are you going to drive?
Possibly. My mate doesn't mind doing all the driving, but we are both on the insurance, yeah. So never driven abroad. I've seen people drive. It's crazy. But
I'm skeptical because I'm worried. Go for it.
Sorry, it's about the other side of the road, especially in America. They have they don't have roundabouts, do they? Every road is straight or gridlocked. Like it's all grids. There's always traffic. How do you go right instead of left? Like, do you go at the beginning? Do you go at the end of the turning? I have no idea. I suppose it's really easy if you're there and you can get used to it. It's probably a piece of piss. But thinking about it, you're like, oh,
it fucks your mind.
It fucks your head up. Yeah. So
that's my issue. Like when we go to Florida, we're renting cars.
Yeah.
Stuff, but you know, I'm scared. If obviously I don't know if I'm driving yet. You know, it's up to the father-in-law if he's going to allow me to drive or not.
Just let him drive.
Oh no, see, because there's so many cars I want to experience. I've not experienced America. You know, everybody around me has, but I'm yet to experience it. So I want the full experience. I want it all. You know, there's so much I want to do. I want to see.
People are so nice out there. When I went to Vegas, they are so helpful, so friendly. Could be because it's Vegas and everyone's happy. I don't know, but whether you go to normal day-to-day parts of America, like the normal life, maybe they're a bit different. But I hear New York people are really miserable and really aggressive and angry. Well, that's what they portray in the films. Anyway.
You fit in. You fit in fine.
I'll fit in, yeah, because I'm a miserable fuck, so it's fine. It's
somebody will tell you to fuck off, and you'll be happy. You'll be like, yeah, good.
I'll be like, yeah, I'll be clapping. Yeah,
in
fuck
fact,
you. Cheers.
You'll meet a person just as miserable as you, and you'll think they're happy.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at this happy chap.
Yeah, but America, yeah. Looking forward to that. Which will be good.
When you're in Florida, what are you staying in? Like a villa or something?
Yeah, we're renting a house. We're in a house with a pool and stuff, so that'd be nice. Really nice house, actually. You know. Yeah, because my father-in-law's got good taste.
There's lots of alligators and crocodiles around Florida, I believe. Is that right? The Everglades, is that Florida?
That is Florida, yeah. That is one thing I'm looking forward to. So the Everglades
crocodile on the golf course.
Well, hopefully I can play golf. Hopefully I can. But yeah, no. The Everglade boat ride is one of the things I want to do. Oh, second of all, shooting. I want to do shooting. I don't know why.
Shooting what?
I want to fire a gun.
Oh, real gun.
Well, you know, you can go to gun ranges. Yeah, gun ranges. Yeah.
Because it's America, and that's what they do.
I want to do that. 100. Yeah. I want to do that. That for me is a big part of my trip. You know, of course, it's for my daughter and Disneyland and all that sort of stuff.
Are you going Disney? Oh, is that where you're going?
We're going Disney and Universal. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
So that'll be good. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, your daughter will love that.
But do you know what I didn't know?
What?
It's how expensive it all is.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's not like a regular day trip like Alton Towers here. It's hundreds of pounds for trip. It's crazy money to go to Disneyland. And I'm sure when you get inside, it's not cheap either.
No, I could imagine.
But yeah. 2022 trip.
2022. Yeah. Next year. Where
have the past 2 years gone?
I know. It's silly to think that 2020 and 2021 have basically been people sat at home watching the news, being scared to fuck when it's all bullshit, a lot of it. And they've wasted parts of their lives. People couldn't see their families. People have died of COVID. I mean, my nan died of COVID in March. She was 4 weeks off 100 as well.
Wow.
Such a shame. Yeah. The funeral, there's only like 6 of us at the funeral. That's a heartache as well. But then I don't really talk to my family, so it doesn't matter.
That's family boy. You can't change them.
You can't. No.
But when let me ask you about the vaccine. Where were you? Obviously, where were you at the vaccine? And what were your thoughts about it? Did you have any skeptical? Were you skeptical at all, or were you worried about taking a vaccine?
At first, when they first said that there was one ready, like in December time, I'm thinking, oh dear. I wasn't on this. I didn't jump on this bandwagon. Oh, they've only been doing it a few months. How can they have a vaccine? It takes years. But people forget that they've stopped every single vaccination testing, trying to make it in the world, and the whole world has been put together to try and create this vaccine as quick as possible. So it's still going through all the tests, procedures. So I don't know why everyone was panicking. It's just the media scaring everybody.
But money talks, doesn't it? Money talks. They put a lot of money
does.
into these vaccines. And
Oh, yeah.
I think when they had a big pot of money and they said, right, pump it all into this vaccine, I don't think it, I mean, there's so many stories about you can have a vaccine so they can track you, and you can have a vaccine and it's going to make you sick. And,
I heard that. I thought, at first, they're not going to put that in. And I thought, we've got these. We've got phones. They know exactly where we are every minute of the day. So why would they stick a needle in us just to do exactly the same thing when we're openly using our phones all the time? So they're going to track us that way. They know what we're doing, what we're watching, what we're listening to, what we're buying. You talk about something, about an item. You go on Facebook or Instagram, and there's an advert for that. And so what's that about? How do you know? I have Siri turned off on my phone. Because that bitch ain't listening.
Do you believe in all that though? Do you believe in everything's listening?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't really give a fuck.
I mean, I'm not planning on burying a body or anything like that in my garden, so
no listening,
anything
no.
like that. I mean, we've got like three Alexas in our house. We've got phones, laptops, the TV.
They listen.
We've got all sorts of stuff.
I think. But I think it's just a general listening. If certain words pop up, it goes beep, beep, beep. And then they start to listen to see what it's about. But I think if it's general day-to-day stuff, they're not going to they don't care if you're chatting to me on Facebook. They're just going to leave that shit. But, yeah. Anyway, back to the vaccine. Back to the vaccine.
Vaccine?
No, I wasn't really that bothered. And then I found out, obviously, I had to cancel my New York trip 3 times, and there was a thought process that you're going to have a vaccine to travel. So I thought, okay, yeah, I'll have that one then. And then, obviously, you find out we can have Pfizer, which is is it the Russian one or something? No, not the Russian one. It's from Belgium, isn't it? Pfizer.
Yeah.
Germany, wherever it is. That you could have that one, or the Oxford one that was being produced in Oxford, the AstraZeneca, which was totally natural. There was no extra shit in it. But apparently the Pfizer one had like plastic synthetics and all that weird stuff in. So my choice was AstraZeneca, and that's the one I got. So I had both vaccines. After the first double shot, yeah. After the first vaccine, after about 10 hours, it was like towards night time, and I was thinking, because they say, you get really poorly. And I thought maybe it's in my head. And I felt a bit dizzy, to be fair. So I went to bed. Did not sleep at all that night. I woke up at 4 a.m. Well, I didn't wake up because I weren't asleep. I went downstairs. I was shivering. I was cold. I felt like I'd been beat up. I was on Lemsip all day. My wife come down about an hour later, like 5, 6 o'clock. And I was hiding with blankets on me and a heater next to me. And I was like, sipping Lemsip. And she goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm fucking poorly. She goes, so am I. She felt exactly the same. We basically we went back to bed, managed to get sleep about 10 a.m, just went back upstairs because we were fucking drained. And then later on that evening, fit as a fiddle, no issues at all, which I thought was weird. But apparently it's the body adjusting to the vaccine and getting your body prepared. So if it does that, it's sort of your body's ready. So
reacting to it in a good way, yeah. See, I had the numb arm. My arm was really numb. I'm not gonna lie. It was really numb, especially when I was driving, turning corners. I was like, oh god, this is a job. So
yeah,
that was difficult. I mean, I didn't feel sick. I just felt shivery, like feverish. I was feverish and tired. I wanted to drift in and out of sleep all the time, but that was normal for me. But like you, I struggled to sleep because I kept rolling over onto the arm. So I'd roll over on the arm, wake myself up. But yeah, after 24 hours, I was fine. I had no issues to it. And I think if you don't want a vaccine, don't have a vaccine. You know, if you want the vaccine, go and get it. You know, I don't think it's going to do you any harm. I don't think that's what it's there for. I mean, other people have other opinions, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. Of course they are. But I think, it's all about keeping your opinions to yourself, trying to scaremonger other people, because I think there's probably a lot of older generation out there that are too scared to get the vaccine because they've heard a lot of people from the younger generation say it's going to do this to you, it's going to do that.
Yeah, talking about it. Mm. And then they end up dying from getting COVID because they didn't have the vaccine, unfortunately.
And I'm sure that's been the case for a lot of people in a lot of communities. I mean, there's even like religious aspects of, obviously, certain religion communities have not had it as well because, they've been told about certain ingredients are in it. And I just think when people put stories out there and I think if you throw enough shit, some sticks. Definitely.
Yeah. It's
but yeah, vaccine, check, done.
Tick, yeah. Double dose. Smashed it in the bin. Yeah, I'm ready for New York now. But I think also having the vaccine is going to let us lead normal lives. I mean, on the 21st, I reckon there's no restrictions. So having a vaccine shouldn't matter or not. But we all know it's going to. There's going to be certain things that you can go and do if you can show them your card and say, yep, I've had my vaccine. Well, 100%. There's going to be certain things. And
but then travel, I think it's going to be essential for travel.
I think so, yeah.
If you're going to want to go to these countries, I mean, especially at the moment with the traffic light system that we're on, there's not many countries that are on the green zone anyway that people want to go to. So, if these countries say, look, no vaccine, no entry, I think it's down to each and every country to police that. I won't go into politics too much because I think talking about politics just opens a can of worms that you can't close.
It does, yeah.
I think, this pandemic's been an eye-opener for a lot of people. And, personally, in my view, I think our government actually handled it quite well. There's certain things they could have done better, of course. But I think, we did as much as we could. And a lot of lives were sadly lost. And I think there's a lot to learn from. Even personally, I think there's, as a person, you've got a lot to learn from all of this.
I think the one thing that they did wrong was not shutting the airports. Like you couldn't go to your shop, you couldn't go see your mum and dad, but you can fucking fly around the world and come to England. Yay, come in, don't do any tests and then disappear. We have no idea where you've gone. How the fuck can you control that? Shut the airport. Simple.
Well, that was it. But in the end, I think, there was a lot of realisation there that obviously they had to open up about and say, look, this is what we've got to do to kind of condemn this pandemic. But I think, staying in our houses too long was just, it was a long time. And you're not getting that time back, are you? You're not getting all that wasted time back.
Exactly. I think it has made people appreciate life, appreciate friends and family more. I think that's one positive we can take from it. Being nice to people costs nothing because your neighbour, she might not be here anymore. He might not be here anymore. And
do you know what I realised though? One thing about this pandemic, right, is at the end of all of this, when we could go out again, is the fact that people still can't fucking drive. People still can't drive.
That's one thing. When lockdown hit, I could get to work in like 8 minutes. There was no one on the road. Daytime, afternoon, nighttime. You wouldn't see a car. And then when they slowly started releasing people, oh, you can go and do this now. You can come out like June, July time last year. It's like, fuckers are on the road again. But yeah, like you say, they're all out now. I reckon some of these did these home tests, learning to drive in your garden or something, and they just fucking made their own driving license. The way some of them drive.
Well, that's it. People can't drive. Well, but do you know what? As I get older, my road rage gets worse. I'm angry in that car. I'm angry. I can't do people that can't drive. And I'm the worst judge because I will beat my horn, I will wave my hands, and that's me. I don't know about anybody else, but bad drivers irritate me big time.
Yeah, definitely. I was in town last night with work. I was just driving through near the hospital actually, and it was our turn to cross into the next side of the road with the traffic lights. And there was like 4 cars in front of me, and they stopped in the middle of like a massive junction. Fuck knows why the front car stopped. People were bibbing, and then the lights turned red, and there was just a massive. This was like 7:30 at night, so it wasn't really busy, but it was busy about 5 minutes later. No one was going anywhere, and I was like stuck in the middle of all this. And it's like, wow, and this car's trying to go round the wrong side of the road just to get across. It's like, how do these people get a driving license? And it does my head in. It's like weekend drivers. They only fucking come out at weekends. It's like, oh yeah, we get to play out.
Driving gloves on.
Fuck yes. And it does my head in, drivers. But I drive an Audi. What can I say?
Well, you're a wanker anyway.
Audi cunt, yeah.
Yeah, that is it. Well, do you know what? That would be something that I would like to hear from other people, especially when we start getting people interacting with us. Yeah. I'd like to know about what makes people tick when they're driving, or what people's pet hates are about other drivers. I mean, do you drive in the car with your missus?
Yeah.
And how would you rate your missus driving out of 10?
Well, knowing that she's not going to watch this, she's like fucking Lewis Hamilton driving. If she's not going 100 miles an hour, it's not worth being on the road. That's how she thinks of it. It's like, I'm sat in the fucking front passenger seat trying to brake when she's coming to a junction. It's like, fucking stop. And I try and do it now so she don't shout at me.
The invisible brake in the passenger seat. That's it. I'm always pressing that brake.
Stop.
But that's it. But then, do you know what? That makes me think. What do people think about my driving? Because if my missus drives that fast, which she does, she's a good driver to an extent that she just can't control her speed. She speeds a lot.
Yeah. So,
I mean, have you got any points? Have you got any points in your license?
Not now. When I was van driving for 5 years, I got caught 4 times. First time they let me off. Second time I had to do an awareness course. And then third and fourth time I got points, yeah. But I was driving 11 hours a day. There's more than likely I'm going to get a speed camera at some point that's going to catch me. And plus I was a white van man, so I know why everybody drives at 100 miles an hour, because you have drops to hit. And if you're in the way and you're going slow, we're fucking going around you. So we're not doing it to be horrible. Yeah. We're doing it because we have a job to do and we need to get there, and we're not going to get paid if we go over our time.
No, that's I suppose in that aspect that, do you know what, a van driver is always definitely driving at speed. I'm lucky enough, I've not had any points or, any endorsements yet. Touch wood. I've got a full clean license, which is nice. Yeah. But I will say I always get twitchy when I see a speed camera or a speed van. And my anger towards a speed van is, I get angry when I see a speed van. I'm like, why are you sat there? You have no right to be sat there.
Cash cow, aren't they? Near where I live, sometimes there'll be a van that pulls up Friday afternoon, and then it will still be there Sunday night. Hasn't moved. There's no one in it. It just sits there. Ding, 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 catching everybody. It's like, you got nothing fucking better to do.
They don't have anything better to do. But we all know at some point you're more than likely to get caught by one of these vans. And the irritation of being caught is even more annoying, even when you're doing maybe 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, which is not advisable. You should always stick to the speed limit, but we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
I do remember that time when I was in a car with you and I went through a blatant red light at a crossroads, had no recollection of what I was doing. You were just like, you do realise you've just gone through a red light.
I know. That is difficult sometimes, isn't it? And you think,
No,
oh my
it
God.
is. It is difficult. It is difficult. Do you know, I was going to talk to you about another thing as well, right? Because obviously, I've noticed you're on a journey at the moment of changing everything, especially about, you know, your weight and your, you know, appearance and your, you know, your gym goals and all that sort of stuff. I want to talk to you about motivation. How do you stay motivated on a daily basis? Like, is it hard for you to carry on doing what you're doing, especially your diet as well as the training?
It is difficult eating the same boring foods all the time. Like I said in the last episode, just broccoli, really. Broccoli, meat. And missing out on all the nice stuff. It is difficult, but then I think taking photos, weighing yourself, and then you can see yourself, it does help. It keeps me going, thinking there might be an occasion where I think, oh, I could eat that. I don't need it, but I could have, that's really nice. And then I think, no, I don't need it though. And I look at my pictures, think, no, this is working really well, so I'm not going to break my diet just for my self-indulgence. So it's pointless. But yeah, I think that's what keeps me going. I think definitely taking pictures helps for me. So,
but is that what pushes you? What pushes you to get to the gym every day? Is it just your mentality to say, look, drag your fat ass to the gym?
Yeah, I need to do it.
Yeah,
I'm very structured, so if I need to do it, I plan something, I'm going to do it. I don't have a problem with that. So yeah, I think knowing that I can go and I need to go, I just go. Basically,
I think for me, like, I had the realization of, like, I needed a wake-up call, and not because I was severely overweight or because I'd stopped training, but just to the point where I wasn't me anymore, and I know that I'm getting older, so I know that my body's gonna, you know, take a lot longer to lose weight, and I know that I needed to train more because I wasn't feeling like me. But the problem is, I would start every Monday. The problem is there's 52 Mondays in a year, so it would always be the same.
Oh, I'll start Monday, yeah.
And that was it for me. So I had to get myself into a position where I was going to, you know, really need to motivate myself and say, look, if you want to do something, you know, you've got to apply the pressure. You've got to put one foot in front of the other, and you've got to get moving, and you've got to stop eating the shit. But I think no matter what you want to do in life, I feel like a sense of, you know, the achievement comes from the graft that you put in. And I think if you're willing to push yourself and put in the effort and have the early mornings, have the late nights, eat less food, you know, the shit food anyway, and actually apply the pressure, you will achieve it. It's all about staying motivated for me. I struggle on a daily basis sometimes to get motivated at all. And I just got to have a quiet word myself and then put myself in the position where I say, like, you know what you want to do. You know what you want to achieve. Only you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be difficult for people sometimes, I think. But I think the longer it goes on and you can see results, I think it does help. So, but it does for me anyway.
Do you look at other people?
Yes. Yeah, when I see videos and pictures, I think, oh, fucking hell, they're doing well. I can do that. I want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, that does help as well. I don't think some people might see it as showing off, but I don't think that's a thing at all. I think it will help some people. You know, you always have that friend that posts all the pictures, oh, look at me. But that's probably not what they're doing it for. They're doing it, obviously, to show they're proud of themselves. But also, in a weird way, it will be helping some people stay motivated. Because they may be about to give up, and they'll see that picture and think, oh, fucking hell, you can do that. Look at that. That looks good. Oh, I'm going to try harder to get there. I'm going to make it, achieve it. So I think it does help. Yeah. My
problem is I look at the old me too much. I look at the the younger person I was with the faster metabolism and all the time in the world to go to the gym, you know. Yeah. And I look at that lifestyle that I used to have where I had, you know, no ties, you know, no commitments, you know, whereas now I'm a dad.
You're a daddy.
I'm a partner, you know, I do man jobs at home. You know, I've got to unload the dishwasher every day. I don't have that luxury anymore where I can just, you know, do what I want when I want.
Well, firstly, I don't have a fucking dishwasher. I wish I did. And secondly, my metabolism has never worked. So
See,
you're
mine
lucky.
did.
Yeah,
Mine did. I could eat anything and not gain weight. If I even sniff a donut now, I put on a pound. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, no,
it's your age. You're getting old. That's why.
You know you're getting old though. Do you know, like, did you watch the Friends reunion?
I did, yeah. That's awesome. I love that.
It was awesome, but a part inside of me was sad. And part of me that was sad was because of how old they are to how old it made me feel.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching that on TV, you know, when it was airing. Yeah. I remember up until the last episode. Obviously, it come out, the year I was born. So I was playing catch up anyway. But yeah, I had all the Friends videos.
Yeah, I had the videos and then the DVDs.
The VHS, yeah. And then, DVDs, which are now near enough obsolete anyway. Who buys DVDs anymore?
Download, yeah.
So, so...
It's all Botox.
That made me feel old. That made me feel old, big time. And only because I was like, I'm at the point in my life now that all the things that I enjoyed when I was younger, when you see a TV show and it says, do you feel old now? This show is now 20 years old. And I'm like,
yeah,
shit. Yeah, I do. I do feel quite old right now.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, isn't it? It gives you good memories, though. And it makes you realise that, fucking hell, my life is a journey and I'm still going and it's going to end at some point. Whereas when you're young, you think you're invincible and you can do anything.
Do you fear death?
I shouldn't. I think maybe 2% of me does, in case there's nothing there. And then that's it.
How often do you find yourself thinking about it?
Not very often. I think when you know someone's poorly or they're going to die or they've got, say, cancer, I think it's like, oh, wow, if I had that, how would I deal with it? How would I cope? Because a lot of people, when they come to the end, they just want to close their eyes and they've accepted it. But I don't know if I could do that, but you'd have to be in that situation in the first place.
This is it. You have to be in that situation. And do you know? Nobody knows what's coming next. Nobody knows. No. But that is a massive part of my life that keeps me going anyway every day.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I say to myself, is that, fuck it, you're going to be dead. You're going to die. Face reality, you're going to die. And you need to live your life accordingly to whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Don't have regrets when you finish.
No, absolutely not.
Right.
I want my highlight reel to be a good show. I don't, I don't want to watch a dull show at the end saying, oh yeah, you were going to do this, but you didn't. Or, you should have gone there, but you just didn't. Or because I just didn't at that time.
I think COVID has taught me that, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's now like, fuck it, I want to do that. I'm going to do that. Last year, I spent a whole year basically doing nothing.
Exactly. And I think now, just procrastinating through a year of time of doing absolutely nothing. And just dreaming, basically. Dreaming of,
I want to do that.
Dreaming of going out for dinner with the family, that you couldn't even do. Something as small as that. I think you've got to make the time count. See the people you want to see. Do the things that you want to do. If you've got a goal, make it happen. If you don't want to make it happen, then sit there and moan about it. But if your highlight reel is the shittest show of your life, you wasted it. You wasted it big time.
You just have to come back, won't you, and try again. Come back as a dog or something.
That's what we hope. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what happens, but maybe this could be this could be a good show. We could get our good friend Nick on the show and maybe have a good chat about this kind of philosophy.
Mr. Stepani, Sir Nikolai.
I think he would enjoy. He's a very, very deep man who could probably tell us a lot about these factors of life. But I
think so.
That'd be good. But yeah, no, I think about death a lot, but only because we're getting older all the time, and like you said, the past year has made me think about it more. And like you said, people get older, and you don't want to see the loved ones around you sort of fade away.
No, it's like the whole world has turned to grey. There's no colour.
Exactly that.
Anymore.
Exactly that. Well, this is it. This is this on the death note, which is a shit way to end the show. But do you know what? These are the kind of things that that we need to talk about. We need to and make the comical side out of it. And these are the kind of things that I'd like to hear from other people. I want to hear these kind of stories from other people about how they feel about it.
Yeah, what happened to you during lockdown?
Yeah.
What you think about death? It's so positive.
How many wanks did you have in one day? These kind of shit. This is the kind of thing we want to know.
See if we can get a record going. So do a little league table. Write your name and how many.
We'll get a tally. Yeah, and we'll get a prize fund going at the end of it all. Definitely. No, but yeah, it's going to be nice to interact with other people, and we're hoping that you're liking the show. It's our second episode, so I'm enjoying it. I don't know about you, Mickey, but I'm enjoying it.
It's going well, mate. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, like you say, it's
good
about real things. And
we can definitely talk. We can talk a lot.
People need to listen. Yeah, definitely.
People do. Although that's not us saying that we need subscribers. We're just saying, just listen, enjoy.
Yeah, tell everybody. It's been good, Niall. It's been good.
Cool. I'm out.
We'll see you
good. I'm enjoying it.
In the next one. See you later, guys. Thank you very much.
Stay safe. Peace.
Peace out.